Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you joining me here today and checking out the Reticent. Now, I don't know if you've been following along, uh, you've been enjoying this. So if you're new here and you haven't seen the Reticent and for some reason you clicked on it and now you're here, because it's not getting a lot of views, 30, 50, whatever. I mean, but I'm on song number 5 of this album, and it is amazing. It's an amazing album. Okay, um, let's see here. Let me get on the right spot here. I could talk about what's going on here. Okay, hold on now. Okay, yes. All right. So this was released in 2020. It's 7 songs and it's an hour and 3 minutes. The oblate, or the forgotten is the translation in English. That's what I thought it was yesterday when I did it, but I was scared to say it in case I was wrong. Can you believe it? Me afraid? Nah, I purposely didn't say it. Yeah, so cool. Now this is an amazing album. Musically, it is really a striking album. I'm just letting you know if you haven't heard it yet and you're checking this out, you got to stick around. But the story is intense, and I'm not really a story guy and a lyric kind of guy, but somehow this one kind of captured me. And it started with the very opening stage 1. The dialogue in the beginning just sort of set the tone for the rest of my attention of this album and the way that I'm listening to it. So there's been a couple of videos. I think stage 2 and stage 3, there was a video that went along with it that also really helped to sort of give you the essence of what the songs are about, and the sadness of it. And then stage 4 was an excellent, almost 12-minute, just an amazing tune. And that was called The Dream. So the first stage 1, his name is Henry. Stage 2, The Captive. Stage 3, The Palliative Breath. Stage 4, The Dream. And now stage 5, The Nightmare. So, oh my God, I've gotten pretty emotional, just in a weird, just emotional way. You know, not emotional breakdown, crying. You know, uncontrolled emotions. Not that kind of emotional. Just, you know, I really feel. I feel this album, you know, I just really feel it, not just musically, which is stunning. It's amazing. It's so intriguing and captivating. But also the message too is very cool. So having spent all that time saying that, why don't we just listen to a 12-minute and 14-second song, stage 5, The Nightmare, from the Reticent. I want to make sure the volume's up on this. It might not be. I'm going to turn it up.
again. Live the darkest of all your days. Real and dream will cease to have a line. Oh, in this mute haze. All this chaos concealed, you won't reveal. This imprisoned mind, left with no recourse, nowhere to go. You wish you could die.
Dang. Okay, so what was I saying at the beginning? Oh, that was what did I tell you? You know, something I thought of when I do certain bands that have a big following, and I get usually I get a lot of views on some of these bands for this channel comparatively to the Reticent. I get a lot of negative comments from them, and not a lot of comments really compared to how many people watch it. And sometimes they get really upset that I don't understand the concept of the song or what the song is trying to tell me or what the story is about and who the people are, and it's this person in the band is about that person, and you know it's rumors all over again, Fleetwood Mac, all the drama. But this particular album I have been kind of following along, and I was thinking, why is that? Well, I think I explained partially. This particular subject touches me deeply. It affects me in a way that a lot of other subjects don't. There's a personal attachment here through people I know and family members. And some of these other songs that I do that I don't really catch on to the lyrics, I don't really care what the song's about the first listen usually, because I'm listening to the music. But there's a lot of they're singing about things I don't know about. That's the point, is that the Reticent, this particular album, I can relate to. I know about. some of these other albums, the music's great and the musicians are cool. I love learning about them and who they are and just really digging it. But then some of their fans are just like so shocked. I hate it when a reactor doesn't understand the uh, cataclysmic effects of the lyrical content and the meaning behind this masterpiece. It's like they're talking about, they're saying stuff I don't know about. I don't know about it, so it doesn't connect with me. If I had been a fan of a band for a long time and all of a sudden there was some inner turmoil that I could connect to on first listen. But some of these bands I never heard of before 3 or 4 months ago, Most of the bands on this channel I'd never heard of, ever listened to them. Some of them I've heard of, but never listened to them. Like Opeth, for example. Heard of them, just never listened to them. So, there's that too. And there's probably other things. But I think that's why I connect with this one more than I do with others that talk about things I don't know about. Okay, so it's not an instant like connection. And I just, instead of try too hard to figure it out, I want to hear the music. I just want to hear the music. But on this one, I could hear it's very emotional, but it's also it's simplistic. The message is clear. Okay, it's super clear, and and I'm sure, like with many other bands too, the music emphasizes the message as well. I'm sure, if I knew the messages of other songs. So, but it just works really well together, and I can really focus on without thinking too hard about what he's saying, about the words, about the message, and still hear the music. And what an amazing performance this is. And from what I understand, and I don't have his name memorized, but I do remember that someone said he was a teacher, and this is coming from you guys in the comments. And he also recorded this album himself, playing like all the instruments or most of the instruments. I'm not sure if he played drums too. That would be awesome if he did. But regardless, it's still amazing. And there was another thing too. Oh, you're thinking of it right now. You're telling me what it is, and I'm drawing a blank. So let's see. Oh yeah, this particular song is the perfect time to mention it because he's a teacher and he teaches music, and the orchestra in this song apparently were his students, and I think can't remember, but they're young students. I can't remember if they're like junior high school or what, but in school grade, his students, and that was the performers in the orchestra. That's what I understand from a viewer. I haven't read any of this in their biography or any kind of bio notes or anything. But a reliable source is a reliable source, right? That's all I'm saying. This is not a story about someone that was familiar with their thinking or something like that. Anonymous source that heard it in a back alley somewhere. That's kind of more like what we're doing, I think. No, really reliable. Anyways, boy, I'm just floored by this music. It just really it spins me out a little bit. It makes me think too deep, and then I'm not communicating, concisely, or maybe I feel like I'm a little slow, like I'm pausing and I'm going, I'm stunned. Man, it's just such a good. Now the cool thing is, I was also also something to look forward to. The next, we'll do this again tomorrow, and the next song will be 2 songs, which is Stage 6, The Oblite, and Stage 7, Flatline. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what they call it. And that's the end of the album, but I was just clicking around a little while ago, and there were more songs. Oh, looks like a different album, that's why. Okay. So yeah, so that's it. That is it then. 7 songs. So we'll do those, and we'll finish out the album tomorrow with stage 6, which is 10 minutes and 38 seconds. Stage 7 is 6 minutes and 10 seconds. But they apparently go together. So that is a good thing to know. So we'll do them together. We'll just do one video. Listen to the whole dang thing. And then we'll have smashed that album. That is amazing. I am so glad because I'm going to be doing some workout in the wood shop this week, and I'm going to have some time to listen to some albums, and I want to hear this thing all the way through. Not while I'm using power tools, though, because that's dangerous. Maybe when I'm hand sanding something, or I'm looking at it, waiting for it to build itself. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Who knows? I'll let you know. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing this album. Okay. Didn't talk much about the individual performances because basically it's all for one guy, but it was awesome. The music was awesome. Just awesome. Just so many cool things that were just so many cool things. I couldn't even like break it all down to you. I'd have to like every time I heard something, stop the video and then start it and then stop. That was cool. 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 I'm just going to blanket one that was cool over the whole thing and call it good. For this one, really, really good. Okay, so thank you guys. We'll see you guys next time. We'll see you down in the comments. Let me know what you think of these guys. If you got any more tidbits of information about who these guys are or this guy. I got his name. I'll look it up and I'll tell you his name tomorrow if you don't beat me to the punch. But and please do if you want to. If you got anything to say at all, just say it down in the comments. I'd love to learn some more about these guys or this guy. And this album and the process and the people involved, including the orchestra and all that. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and then we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to check out my Patreon and also my Ko-Fi, 2 great places to recommend music like Louis did on this album, which has been one of the best albums that I've ever heard. And as a matter of fact, it makes me think that I may do at the end of this month my favorite album that I've reacted to, like my top 10, maybe something like that. I should figure out what my top 10 favorite albums are, and this one's going to be ranked high. It's going to be ranked high. But once I get into it and start listening to some of these albums again, who knows? Because there's some good stuff. All right. I'm going to let you go. So check out my Ko-Fi if you want to recommend something and get it played out like Louis did and introduced us to this awesome, awesome band. If you know something about somebody, then share it with me so I can share it to the internet. All right. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. You have a great day, whatever's left of it for you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.